Good morning, everyone. Wish you a happy Monday morning. Is everyone there? Seniors? As I usually say, everyone, when I come to the class, give me a very big smile. Good morning, everyone, with a very big smile. Are you all ready? Yeah, I've sent the PowerPoints and Gaurav has forwarded it to you all. Today, I'm talking about international trade theories. Let us remember that international trade is a very big source of income for countries. Remember, international trade is a business, is a very big source of income for countries. Okay, it's a major source of the country's wealth because, see, if you have some products and you sell inside the country, you get paid in the yeah, good morning, Bharat, good morning, my one. Now, when you have some products and you sell within the country, you get paid in the currency of that country. Suppose you're an agrarian economy, like I said, it's a banana republic. So they sell agrarian products within the country, and already people will be having it's the same product, so there will be less of demand. See, if I produce, I have two banana trees in my garden, and I would naturally use the bananas from the tree, isn't it? And when there are no bananas on my tree, or when my tree has not grown up enough, then I would ask for outside bananas and I would know the price and I would bargain. So, an internal producer, say my neighbor, has 1,000 banana trees. He would sell to me at a very low rate because I would demand that. I have bargaining power. Yeah. And the demand would be less. The suppliers would be more and the consumers would be less. So, there would be less demand. Now imagine there's a country who has not seen bananas at all. Okay? Not seen bananas at all. And for them, banana is a delicacy. They would be willing to pay much more money than than in the domestic country. See, once I had gone to Mangalore and to an ice cream parlor, and then we were all sisters, brother, everybody. And then we are seven, by the way. I'm the sixth. So when all of these people were there, like one of my sisters ordered for a banana split ice cream. All right. So my brother was saying there are plenty of bananas at home, on the road, etc. It makes no sense for you to order for a banana split ice cream. A banana split ice cream should be ordered in countries which do not manufacture bananas. For them, a banana in an ice cream would be a delicacy, not for us who eat bananas morning, afternoon, and night. Everywhere in India, there are bananas, plenty to be seen. So, this is the example I would give you when, for the reason that a country's wealth will increase when they do international trade. All right. Nations have different beliefs. Watch my slide. This is trade theory, investment theory. I've sent you two slides. The investment theory will be in, I'll do later. First, I'll do the trade theory. Nations have different beliefs about the role and nature of trade that is most beneficial for their economies, meaning the governments of a country have a different idea about what their country trade requires from them. The first one is laissez-faire and second one is interventionist. What is laissez-faire? Laissez-faire means to let things be on their own. Let the market forces take the course of trade. Let demand and supply determine all the factors like the price, etc., and how much to supply, etc., of trade. The government will not interfere at all. They will let the natural course of action, natural courses to take place. All right. The action is from the government. There will be very little intervention. The second one is the interventionist policy, where the government interferes. This is the quota. This is how much you have to. Yeah, good morning, Barriere. This is the quota. This is how much you have to sell. You should not sell this. You should not sell to this country. You sell more to this country. We are very, this is our favorite country. Like MFN, we have now, like most favored nation. So in WTO, see, if you're confused about this, I have a class on WTO, and then I'll tell you all about the most favored nation and how we are with other countries. All these I will discuss. See, it's a vast subject, and I cannot rush through because every single component is important. If you do not understand, there is no meaning in learning the international business. So it is necessary not only to just listen, but to assimilate and think about what I'm saying. That's why I'm giving you time to think. You have to think whatever I say. You have to think: is it happening in my country? You have to Google things. If I say something, you have to Google it and find out the statistics about it. That is the correct way to understand. Go into various websites like Economic Times, India, Times Online, then BBC, CNN. Go into Al Jazeera. You go into these, news websites. You and look into the business aspect. You'll see how business is going on, and especially now, business has literally stopped. But go back and this thing. See, the beauty of all these websites is when there is a particular news component given, they don't stop at that. They'll give you the background of what happened when it happened. Suppose there is a merger of two businesses, they'll give you the background of how one business asked for another, whether it's a hostile takeover, what does the world experts talk about it. So you're getting a very expert opinion. Unfortunately, when I'm not with you, when I come back to class, we are going into all these websites and I'll show you how to analyze a business case. All right. There are more than the cases that you get in the books. These are extremely interesting. Also, how countries deal with each other, what trade happens. All this I'll explain to you using the internet in the class. But now I think you have to get proactive and do it yourselves now. Now, there can be problems between nations, whether you are in laissez-faire or interventionist. This we will see. Let's go ahead. Now, theories of international trade and investment. There are two types of theories. One is country-based theories, and second is firm-based theories. Now, what does country-based mean? Country-based means a theory is based on what one country does with another country. Firm-based theories is how firms deal with other firms. Each firm deals with another firm. So we will do the country-based theories first. In the country-based theories, the first thing you have is mercantilism. MER, mercantilism. See, this is a very traditional old theory. You could say that it is like between how things happen between kings. If one king attacks another kingdom, then what happens? The king naturally, why would he attack? He would attack for taking over the kingdom, of course. Why would he like to take over the kingdom? Because that kingdom has wealth in the form of money, gold coins, jewelry, etc. So the main aim of one king The eye is on the treasury of the other king. Why? He needs to enhance his treasury. The treasury of the first king gets, the whole treasury comes into the treasury of this king. So we thought that, like, the idea is, or it was a fact then, that this king becomes very powerful or more powerful, um, with and more richer. All right, because he takes the wealth of that king's treasury. That king's treasury comes into this king's treasury. Whoever lost, no, all his treasury will be lost. Now, national wealth, in this theory, this is the similar theory to what I'm talking about, of kings. In this theory, national wealth was measured by the amount of treasure or gold one has. All right, like in a king with a very solid treasury was considered to be very powerful because he had money. Similarly, today, similarly, in this theory, if a country, see, remember this is a country based theory, if a country has more treasure, more wealth, more gold, then national wealth was measured by its gold. Countries would strive, in this theory, countries strive to export more than they import in order to earn gold. So when you export, you get paid in gold. That was this thing. You get paid in gold. So the idea is you earn more gold and you become more powerful. This is the mercantilism theory. Now, to enhance exports, for example, they would use subsidiaries, all right, to enhance exports, all right, and to stop or to limit imports, they would put some tariffs. But people would say, "Oh, it's too expensive to import. I will import. I will not import it at all. I can make do with whatever is there indigenously, or I will import very little, not much." Okay, so that component which I'm importing will be used in very little quantity. All this kind of things. All right. Use overseas colonies to export to at high prices and buy from at low prices. For example, India was a colony of England. So England would use our India. It was an overseas colony. They would bring goods here at a high price. They would take, raw material like cotton, jute, etc., from India at a extremely low price, or just expropriate it and take it to England. And there were a lot of ships doing it, and they would manufacture cloth and come and sell it here at a higher price. So the export would be more than the import, and import would be practically at no cost at all. The effect of mercantilism practiced in the mid 20th century, you can feel even till today. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this mercantilism is done. We are talking about the second, sorry guys, we are talking about the second theory, country based theory, and that is the theory of absolute advantage. Absolute advantage is proposed, the proponent is Adam Smith, who wrote in 1776 the book The Wealth of Nations. You all have heard about Adam Smith. We talk about his theories in economics. So, The Wealth of Nations. Real wealth consisted of goods and services available to citizens, not gold. See the difference. In the previous theory, it was gold that is held by a king or the country's national treasury. All right. But Adam Smith said the real wealth is what is available to citizens, uh, in terms of food, or in terms of raw material or components in which they will trade. All right. Different countries inherently can produce some goods more efficiently than others. All right. For example, and should specialize in these goods. For example, he said some countries can prepare one product better than another country. All right, and they should specialize in this. For example, let's say um, Japan can produce in 1 hour one car. I know it's ridiculous. Imagine, in 1 hour, Japan can produce 5 cars. All right, you talk about another country, a mountainous country like Switzerland. They can produce only one car in 1 hour. I repeat, a country like Japan that is industrialized can produce 5 cars in 1 hour, versus Switzerland can produce only one car in 1 hour. Whereas if you see watches, okay, Switzerland can produce in 1 hour 500 watches, whereas Japan can produce only 50 watches. Imagine. Why? Because Japan is specialized, imagine, Japan is specialized in car manufacturing and Switzerland is specialized in watch manufacturing. Now, Adam Smith said this specialization is based on the natural resources of the country. Now we know that Japan has industrialized and it is not a mountainous land. Yeah, there are no, but not so to be considered very greatly. Japan has specialized and it is industrialized. It is from beginning all this. It has found out its inherent strengths, and that's why it is very good in car manufacturing. As we know, we have so many cars. Even in India, we have Mitsubishi and all the okay, Honda, etc. Now, whereas Switzerland, as we know, is a mountainous country, they found it more, easier to prepare watches, chocolates, small items which can be transported easily. In mountainous country, transporting a very big item is difficult. Transporting a small item is easy. Therefore, it is preferable that Switzerland manufactures small items that can be transported easily. So Switzerland is more adept in manufacturing watches. So here we are. When we see who should manufacture watches, who should manufacture cars. The cars that Switzerland requires could be bought from Japan, and the watches that Japan requires could be bought from Switzerland. Instead of going, see, once upon a time, when long ago, when I was in the MBA class, I was taught you have strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, or challenges, as the case may be. We were taught that you strengthen your weaknesses as well. But currently, what we tell you is strengthen your strengths. Do not bother about the weaknesses. What is your weakness is somebody else's strength. Do you understand? Your weakness could be somebody else's strength. So take that case here. Your weakness of not making cars very fast is the other country's Switzerland's weakness of not making cars very as fast as Japan is Japan's strength, and vice versa where watches are concerned. So in this theory of absolute advantage, it says specialization is based on natural and or acquired, natural as in basically concerned with natural as in Switzerland's case, acquired as in case of even Switzerland has later on acquired, but it was because of the inherent topography that it goes into. Whereas Japan has worked for it and acquired the skills of manufacturing cars very fast. So, based on this, global efficiency can be increased through free trade because cars should be exported from no, Switzerland should import cars from Japan, and Japan should import watches from Switzerland. Is that clear? This is the absolute advantage theory proposed by Adam Smith, and he's very famous for his book, The Wealth of Nations, that he wrote in 1776. You have your slides, please follow. Next is The theory of comparative advantage. All right. Proponent is David Ricardo. Gains from trade will occur even when a country has absolute advantage in all products. He says a trade will benefit you not only when you are specialized in some products like Japan cars and Switzerland watches, even when you are specialized in all products. The production of different products will use production factors more or less efficiently. See, in the case I gave you of example, in this example of Japan and Switzerland, this theory says you have your advantages and disadvantages, but you learn to use them more efficiently or less efficiently. So that is why you get the comparative advantage. Say country A and country B have similar topography, similar resources of water, etc., etc. But country A may learn to, really use the, whatever resources are there more efficiently than country B. So country A produces, when you say more efficiently, what do you mean by more efficiently? You use the resources and produce at less cost. So when you produce at less cost, you can sell it at the same price as country B, but your profit margin is more. I repeat, see, country A and country B have the same resources, but country A has learned to use their resources more efficiently. What do you mean by more efficiently? That you have some very good work processes that enable you to manufacture the same good, say goods number X is manufactured in country A at say 10 rupees, whereas country B manufactures that X at 16 rupees. So when they sell, A also sells to country C, B also sells to country C. Country C buys the product commonly at 40 rupees. Alright, you see, A will have 40 minus 10, 30 rupees profit per unit, whereas these people will have 24 rupees profit, 40 minus 16, 24 rupees profit. So let's say you will sell 1 lakh units. These people will have 30 lakhs, whereas country B will have only 24 lakhs. Do you understand? This is the meaning of efficiency in using the production factors. So he says, such a country comparatively, like I did not give you double profit. Comparatively, country A has more profit. So he says, better country B give up making product X because product X is made more efficiently by country A. There may be some product Y that country B can make more efficiently because it has learned to make country B country B has learned to efficiently use its resources to make product Y better. So you make product Y, don't make product X. Why? Country A is better in product X. All right. So this is, he said, trade is a positive sum game. Remember the game theory, zero sum and positive sum, etc. So this one, so this is the theory of comparative advantage. Now I have taught you. Let us revise. I have taught you three kinds of policies. And the first one, the theories. The first one is mercantilism, where it is considered that if your treasury of the country has more gold, more wealth, that is good. All right, you are considered to be rich and powerful. All right, as in the case of olden times when kings used to rule. The effect was still there till the mid 20th century. Now next comes theory of absolute advantage by Adam Smith, who says there are two countries where the country A produces at a absolutely, the cheap rate, whereas country B doesn't produce. I explained that cars versus watches case. Whereas comparative advantage is that the resources are all same, but one country has learned to produce one product at more efficiently than the other one. So let this country itself produce and sell. You understand? So we'll go into the next one. See, there are assumptions of this theory like full employment, two countries, two commodities, no transportation costs, resources are not mobile, and we're talking about goods, not services. All right. So there are some this one gains from trade need not be equally divided. So all these things are there. You have your slide. You just see it, and next we come. So we have here mercantilism, absolute advantage, comparative advantage, and the last one is relative factor endowments. You have a wait, some little things to ponder about. Theory of comparative advantage does not treat country by country differences in specialization. It says, like the last theory we spoke of, uh, David Ricardo, he said A and B have same resources, but one country under can use resources better than another country for one particular product. So he does not consider country by country differences. Then he says bigger countries are more self sufficient, tending to export a smaller portion of output and import a smaller part of consumption. You see this? Also, have more variety of resources, transportation costs are higher, more possibilities for scale economies, large scale economy, and large scale integration gives to economies of trade. All right, these are all the things it says. Now we come to the Hecksler-Ohlin theory. It talks about factor endowment theory. All right, factors in relative abundance are cheaper than scarce factors, naturally. So it talks about land labor relationship and land capital relationship. All right, similar products might be produced by different methods. Same product can be manufactured by different methods. Like uh, product X can be manufactured with more technology, less capital by somebody because of more technology, less capital, and less labor. Whereas the other one would have um, more less technology, so more capital and more labor. Overall input costs determines efficiency. All right, you have the Leontief paradox, which I cannot explain here. We'll explain in class and discuss it. For example, US exports more labor intensive products and imports more capital intensive products. Why? See, capital intensive products are manufactured in the US. Why does it import more? This concept we'll discuss in the class. Now you come to the international product life cycle. See, basically, I'll explain it like this. A developed country like the US will start manufacturing a product. When it manufactures in abundance and then it exports it to a less developed country, say country B. Okay, country A is, you know, um, is very advanced in manufacturing this product. It is industrialized, highly developed. So, country A manufactures a product and in abundance, it's a new product and it's in the infant stage, it's not even come to the standardized state. And it it exports, say, country B takes it because country B is not manufacturing that product at all. Now, what happens? This product becomes standard product. It becomes a mature product. That time, country A stops manufacturing this because since it is a mature product, they may not find much profit in manufacturing this product. So they say they will stop manufacturing, they'll go in for manufacturing some other new product. Whereas country B has now acquired, say maybe patent time is over. I told you yesterday, patents have a time period of 20 years generally. So country A may lose the patent and it finds that many people are able to manufacture now. So why should I be one of the this thing? Let me manufacture by a new invention. So country B starts manufacturing this product because in their country people require this product. And since country B becomes an expert in manufacturing, it also starts exporting the manufactured product. At this time, country A, because it doesn't manufacture, starts importing this product from country B, maybe in small quantities or large quantities, but it does start importing. All right. This is the actually the international trade cycle. I'll give you one more this thing product life cycle. Okay. This product life cycle picture or diagram, another one. Here, see introduction of innovation. Please read this, and then you have the see the product life cycle. The first stage one is introduction of innovation, like what I said and gave you example. You can see the PowerPoint. There's an example there. Then you have growth stage of the product where there is more competition, increased capital intensity for scale economies, and here foreign production begins. Meaning country B, if you take the example of country A versus country B starts manufacturing. Then stage 3 is maturity. Product standardization and capital intensity happens here. Decline in exports from innovating country. Like I say, country A stops manufacturing the product, or even if it does, maybe in very small quantities, the cycle starts coming. The curve of production starts, it just starts falling down. All right. I can't really. Okay. It starts going up and it starts falling down. All right. At that stage, it stops or manufactures very less. When it falls down, it's manufacturing less. When it touches the X line, X line, it means it stops manufacturing. So this thing, more foreign competition starts up. Okay. Now decline, concentration of production in LDCs. LDC means less developed country. All right. In LDCs, innovating country becomes net importer. Now country A starts importing in this decline stage. Okay. Now there are limitations of the product life cycle, which would like to this one. Now there is a new trade theory. The new trade theory is government gives direction of what to manufacture, what to export, what to import, and there is use of excess capacity and resources, reduce production cost per unit via scale economies, meaning a large scale economy will give you, discounts. See, for example, when you buy on a large scale, you will get trade discounts. So the price differential can be passed on to the consumer. This is what things like firms like Walmart do. All right. What happens? Walmart buys large scale quantities, so it gets trade discount. So this trade discount is a differential, cost differential, as compared to, it is like this. When Walmart buys in say lakh units, and there's another company which buys, it is like this. There is a company, we'll call it Alpha. Alpha is manufacturing spectacles, all right, and it is selling each spectacles at 20 rupees. So when Walmart is buying, Walmart will say, I want to buy 10 lakh spectacles. So the what Alpha will say, instead of selling to 10 different people 1 lakh, I would like to give Walmart 10 lakh spectacles. So they make a deal and they say, okay, I'll give you the spectacles at 15 rupees each. Alright. So Walmart has 5 rupees less discount or trade discount. Then let's say a company B comes. Company B comes to Alpha and say, I want to buy 50,000 spectacles. At naturally, Alpha will say, you buy it at 20. So Alpha has given Walmart 5 rupees discount per spectacle, and to company B, it has sold the spectacles at a unit price of 20 rupees. Now, both company B and Walmart will sell these products. Walmart will say, I will sell the product at 22 rupees. Alright, 22 with a profit of 7 rupees. Now, company B also wants a profit of 7 rupees. So, it has bought at 20, it will sell at 27. So this is how Walmart is able to sell at cheaper rate. So what it does is, it is said that the cost differential is passed on to the consumer. You understand? So here, keep this in mind when you talk about the third point, reduced production costs per unit via scale economies. Hello, Prabha. Okay, specialization in now this is a new trade theory we're talking about. Specialization in specific industries. It is possible. See, India has become a manufacturing hub for automobiles. If you go into Tamil Nadu, you will find a lot of automobile production units. See, it's a huge virtuous cycle, and the linkages give you a lot of yes, Rajesh, good morning. The linkages give you income generation. How is it possible? I'll give you the example. I may have given it to you in class in production and operations management, but I would like to give it to you again. See, a company manufacturing automobile, let me not take names, automobile manufacturing company settles down, makes a production unit in Tamil Nadu. So what happens is, yes, Ravish, what happens is, it requires, see, all the parts of the car are not manufactured by the car manufacturer. It requires export-oriented units, OEMs, original export. Ma- Shit, I'm getting confused. I have told you this, please see. There are some units who manufacture some parts for the cars which are put in the original manufacturing state. Now, for example, the fenders are manufactured by somebody, and they put in the brand new car. All right, original. Oh my god, I forget that. Sorry, OEMs. The word is OEMs. M is manufacturer. So O is original. So these people have manufactured the part for the original car. Is that clear? So there are many people like this, where a car manufacturer, automobile manufacturer, comes to say Tamil Nadu. The people there, they start making the parts for the cars, and when these cars are to be sold in the world, they also become experts in world class manufacturing. So imagine there is a guy who is manufacturing for car A. Then what he does is, he becomes so expert, then when another automobile manufacturer comes into Tamil Nadu, he manufactures the same part for that car as well. So there are various parts. All the auxiliary ancillary industries are situated around there. So a third automobile fellow says, when everything is available, why don't I in this area? Why don't I settle in this part too? You understand? So this is a virtuous cycle. The automotive industry gets a boost there. All right, and linkages give you the income generation, etc. And all of you, good morning. You understand? So this is the this thing, specialization in specific industries, spread of risk by diversifying markets. Um, Helps to acquaint firms with the foreign market with less operational risk than FDI. See, this when I tell you tomorrow about when I tell you tomorrow about FDI, I plan to discuss complete FDI tomorrow, foreign direct investment. I will talk to you about what is foreign direct investment, what are the types, what has India done, what are the sources in which they come, all this, all right? Sorry. Uh, all this I will discuss tomorrow. Types of FDI, how India has given, what are the routes by which they come, which are the sectors in India that have opened up to FDI, where is India's stand as compared to other countries in attracting FDI, which are the sectors that attract FDI the most. All this I will discuss tomorrow. It's a very important topic, not only for in terms of learning or answering your exams. It's an important topic in terms of understanding and knowledge for your career and also for your group discussions when you get a job. It is a very important topic. Why FDI? All this I'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. So this you come to relative factor endowments theory. They say this theory that Heckler-Ohlstein theory is part of it is here. Factor endowments or types of resources vary between countries. Goods differ according to the type of factors that are used to produce them. See, I'll give you an example. Bikaner has produces some kind of bhujiyas. Bhujiyas means in Karnataka, I think in Mangalore we used to call them karat katti. That is, basin flour is used, and you use that chakli maker, chakli maker, and in that the attachment that you use is with fine pores, so that you get thin strips coming out and you fry. We is also called as sheme. All these things are or save, like that. So Bikaner makes bhujiyas. This is what happens with Bikaner is there are some am I right? Yeah, I think it's Bikaner. Anyway, one town in North India. So the salt in the bhujiyas is supposed to have come from the water they used for making these bhujiyas. There's a river in this particular town where the water is supposed to be a particular kind of salty. So when you use that water and make the bhujiyas have a particular taste in them. So what happens is you do not need to add salt. So the taste that you get in this bhujiyas is not there in other bhujiyas because you are adding sea salt or whatever salt, etc. So because of the inherent factors of production, that is the salt there here in this case, you have a particular taste, and no one can produce that kind of bhujiyas except the local people there. You understand? So goods, this is a small example. Of course, I always give the eating examples. I'm a foodie. So goods differ according to the types of factors that are used to produce them. A country will have a comparative advantage in producing products that intensively use resources it has in abundance. In India, you have this mehendi plants in plenty, isn't it? Mehendi plants in plenty. So India produces natural mehendi. This mehendi doesn't even require any chemical dye to color to give a color. So the mehendi produced in India will be inherently uh, better quality. You look at Mangalore. Mangalore produces tiles that you use for roofing. They are exported all over the world because the particular mud or the clay that is used for tiles is available in Mangalore area. Then you look at the cashew nuts. The cashew nuts different variety are exported all over the world. Also, if you know, there are jasmine plants. The mangrove jasmine is suppose is has a particular perfume that is not there in other jasmines. The Mysore Mallige, has beautiful perfume, but it has a different perfume as compared to mango one. So Mysore Mallige will be sold as Mysore Mallige, beautiful fragrance. Mangalore Mallige will be sold as Mangalore Mallige. All right. So if those are people who love Mysore Mallige would pay for that, and those who love Mangalore Mallige would pay for that. It cannot be compared. They are unique in their own ways. All right. So something like this. So this will have they have comparative advantage in producing those. If I don't know whether Mysore Mallige goes abroad, but Mangalore Mallige every day in the first plane that flies from Mangalore, every day the Mangalore Mallige goes to Gulf countries. All right. So yes. Now we talk about modern firm-based theories. They explain the development of trade in differentiated consumer products, like how I just said, and it explains why the growth of MNCs happen. So there is one theory is country similarity theory. There is inter-industry and intra-industry trade between countries. Inter-industry, industry to industry, and intra-industry, within the industry trade between countries. Consumers in countries with similar per capita income and at the same stage of economic development have similarities in preference. Suppose there is a country A and there is a country B. They have same per capita income, so the purchasing power will be the same, and they will naturally demand for the same quality, say good quality items. Right? Then product, see this again. You come to the product life cycle theory, where you have innovation, expansion, growth, etc. All right. So what here he talks about in each stage of the product life cycle, what is the response of different countries? Please say this. There is one more theory. This is also this one called Paul Krugman and Kevin Lancaster examine the impact of trade flows arising from global strategic rivalry between MNCs. This is therefore it is called a global strategic rivalry theory. Firms struggle to gain some sustainable competitive advantage to exploit the market. Now we all know what is the competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is got by firms which competitive advantage is one that cannot easily be copied by another firm. So, because they are superior in manufacturing a particular item, like engines from Yamaha or the spark plugs by Bosch actually, Myco Bosch in India, something like this. So, why? How do they try? And this theory examines how firms try to get core competitive or global strategic advantage, core competitive advantage. They try by using owning intellectual property rights. When you have intellectual property rights, patents, trademarks on something, especially patents, then no one else can manufacture the same. So how do they get the competitive advantage in this global strategic rivalry theory? They get they try and get competitive advantage. Please remember the global in the global strategic rivalry theory, firms try and get core competitive advantage by this. The first one, intellectual property rights. Secondly, they invest in research and development. When you do research and development, you find who is your customer apart from your own not only your customer, where should you market, how should you manufacture, how should you package your product. All this is research and development. Next, they try and achieve economies of scale or scope. As I explained, you all have already explained the meaning of economies of scale and scope with the example of Walmart. Then they exploit the experience curve. So in your experience, you know that a particular way of manufacturing, a particular way of communicating through advertising is working well for you. So like that, it goes on. All right. Last is the Porter's National Competitive Advantage Theory. What is the time now, guys? Because the juniors have too much class, I cannot. You know, yeah, it's 11 class. I'm very sorry. I will stop here. I think it was a beautiful class. You have to, because I feel good. I've explained a lot. Thank you. God bless. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Stay at home. Keep the social distancing still. And don't say after the 14th I'm free, freedom, and all that. It may, you have to be careful for a few more days. Keep your masks on and take care. Okay, smile, all of you. I will come for the juniors class because juniors have a tight schedule. All right, take care. God bless. I'll come on tomorrow at 10 o'clock.